And well,
human rights violations are being conducted by the security forces in Kashmir, and Modi government has given a note to the European leaders to check and assess the situation on ground and see how true is Pakistan Prime Minister or the foreign press. In fact, as per the Modi government, everything is well in Kashmir Valley. All is well, everything is well. Nothing untoward has happened in the last 3 months since abrogation of Article 370 on 5th of August 2019.
Those are the latest visuals we're picking up from Srinagar. Remember, a 27-member European Union delegation is now in Kashmir. They're in the Srinagar. They are in fact in Srinagar. They will be in the valley for 2 days. So a series of meetings lined up for the 27-member delegation. An extremely significant visit because this is the first international team ever to visit Jammu and Kashmir in the wake of abrogation of Article 370. Zeenat joining us live from Srinagar. Zeenat, over to you. You know, what does the itinerary of the 27-member delegation look like right now? We're given to understand that they landed a short while back. They are in the valley now. Where are they headed now? What's next for them?
See, 27-member European Union's leaders, they reached Srinagar a while back. In fact, they are staying at a local hotel here, and from here they will be traveling to BB Camp, that's the Badami Bagh cantonment, where the KGS Dillon, Lieutenant General KGS Dillon, who's also the 15th Corps commander, they are going to him to take note of the security situation on ground. And in fact, then they will be going to Hotel Lilith, where they'll be meeting the people from across society. In fact, all the traders and some social activists and from the people from civil society, and also the students are meeting them. They are going to exchange each other's view, and also in the evening we are being briefed that they will be meeting governor of the state, and tomorrow we are expecting that there will be a press briefing on this. All this is coming at a time when Pakistan have been going to the world leaders, Pakistan Prime Minister have been going to the world leaders, and in fact some international press has also carried that the human rights violations are being done in Kashmir, and in order to puncture that statements and the way UN cries are being raised by the Pakistan Prime Minister, the Prime Minister Modi here has given a permission to this European delegation to come and visit Kashmir and see the situation on ground, to assess the situation on ground, and also to puncture the balloon that has been created by the Pakistan and also some international press that nothing is well in Kashmir. When Prime Minister Modi is very confident knowing that everything is well in Kashmir, all is well, and that is why the European leader, this is the first delegation of his kind that has been allowed to visit Kashmir. In fact, you know how the opposition is cornering Prime Minister Modi and the government that they were not being allowed to visit Kashmir, but the foreign media allowing this European delegation is allowed to visit here. They are here on tour for 2 days visit. Tomorrow also they are going to meet few people, and that needs to see what they will brief in Delhi. Obviously, we are expecting once they conclude their Jammu and Kashmir visit, then they will be giving a press statement as far as the situation in Kashmir is concerned.
Absolutely, Zeenat. Zeenat, certainly, like you rightly pointed out, some in the opposition are clearly irked by this move because, you know, the truth will be out now. Every question which was raised, be it anyone from the Western media or be it anyone from the lobby, you know, everyone who's trying to peddle a fake narrative around Kashmir will see how the European Union delegation comes back and puts out the truth in front of the world. Everyone who was saying that the gap, you know, between Kashmir and the rest of the world needs to be built, that Iron Curtain needs to be lifted. All of that is going to happen this time around, is why this is absolutely significant. But what's also very significant, Zeenat, and what was equally important and was raised by the Prime Minister is that how everyone needs to come together to fight terrorism. And that's an important message that the Prime Minister also looking at. Why are these delegations?
Absolutely, Christine. We have not been seeing this time only the Narendra Modi talking about terrorism in the entire world, but rather it has been going on since 2014 when he took over Prime Minister's chair. And since then, we have been seeing the BJP with one slogan that no talks, no terrorism, and that he also expects the support from the world communities that people from across the globe should come together to fight terrorism, because we have been seeing particularly India has been suffering because of the neighbors, the behavior of the neighbors is not because of which they are fueling the trouble on ground. We have been seeing since the Article 370 has been abrogated, since there had not been protest or from in Kashmir. But yes, the Pakistan is fomenting trouble by killing the non-locals in Kashmir Valley. We have seen in Shopian.
We'll leave it at that for the moment. But you know what's important to point out here is how the opposition is really reacting to this development. How they're clearly irked by the European Union lawmakers visiting the valley now. Some of those reactions coming in since the morning. Let's play those out.
Which is the better forum than the Indian Parliament, which has passed a resolution, not once but more than once, right from the days of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and then again reaffirmed after the Mumbai terror attacks, that Jammu Kashmir is not only an integral part of India, but also that part of Jammu and Kashmir which is under illegal occupation of Pakistan, that is known as the POK. So if your own parliamentarians are not allowed in the largest democracy, that in itself raises some fundamental questions about the intent of this government. What is the justification not to allow a delegation of the parliamentary party leaders of the opposition to go? When it comes to standing up and speaking for the country, we all speak in one voice. We don't need a certificate from a motley group of controversial EU parliamentarians who belong to far-right political parties. They are not representatives of mainstream political movements or progressive and democratic forces in true sense. The government, by doing so, has insulted the sovereignty of Indian Parliament and also undermined the privileges of members of Parliament of our own country.
You did not allow members of parliament from India to visit Jammu and Kashmir. Repeated attempts by very high-level delegations to travel to Jammu and Kashmir, delegations consisting of leaders of political parties, were not only summarily detained but virtually manhandled at Srinagar airport. And this courtesy by the NDA-BJP government wasn't limited to the opposition alone. Even their former finance minister, Mr. Yashwant Sinha, when he led a delegation of the Concerned Citizens Group to Jammu and Kashmir, they were similarly mishandled. And this, at this point in time, when you are not allowing your members of parliament to go, allowing European Union members of parliament, and that too, who are right-wing populists, to travel to Jammu and Kashmir, is a contempt of parliament. It will be taken up with the speaker and the chairperson of the Rajya Sabha. It will be raised on the floor of the House.
Well, we'll keep you ahead on this particular story and keep playing out more and more reactions as far as the visit of European Union lawmakers to the Kashmir Valley is concerned.